July 17th, about 76 degrees. We're out here after sunset today, so I think it might be getting a little dark for filming in the woods, but we'll see. I don't know if you can see them or not, but there are quite a few lightning bugs out here this evening. So let's see if I stand still for a minute if we can see them. The birds are singing. We've got, I'm not sure what that one is. The wood thrush is singing back over here, but this one that's right above us singing, I'm not sure what that one is. But the lightning bugs are starting to flash out here, which is really fun to walk out here in the evening because you get to see the lightning bugs. And I wish they would show up better on camera, but it's just really hard for the camera to pick up those little blinks of light. I'll see if while I'm walking I can find a lightning bug that's a little closer, and maybe that will show up a little better. So we're gonna try that. He's not, oh, there he goes. I was gonna say he's not quite blinking, even though you can see him fine there. If you watch closely, you can actually see them a little bit blinking. Take a few videos and hopefully you can see them blinking. There's a herd of deer just snorting and running off right along the field there. Some deer just ran by and were snorting. Of course, I didn't notice until they were snorting, so we didn't get them in the video. I don't know if it's been the changes in the weather recently with the pressure dropping, going up and down. I've had a headache for the last several days, and it's coming a little harder again today, but I was really feeling like getting out for a walk today because it's almost been a week, I think, since the last time that I've been out here walking. So we had to get out for a walk again, and Shadow was super excited. I could tell he was totally a spiderweb. I could tell that he was definitely missing out on our walks. We're out here again today, and he's really excited that we are out walking. We need to come out here with our sickle. Well, it's actually a Milwaukee tool attachment that is like a motorized sickle or hedge trimmer. I guess you could also, it's also probably called a hedge trimmer. But I need to trim this down because I don't know if you can see because the light is fading fast, but these are some sort of stick tights, and they are all along on either side of this little deer trail here. So every time we walk, Shadow, of course, is picking it up on his long fur. I just need to grab that tool, throw a Milwaukee battery on it, and come out here and mow this down because, one, it's up along my knees, so I'm brushing against it, which isn't great because you have to check for ticks super carefully. And then also Shadow is walking through all of these stick tights, which we then have to brush out later, which is also not great to deal with because it just pulls on his hair and it just takes a long time to deal with. You can kind of see those lightning bugs. It's just really hard for the camera to pick up. We've just walked through our third spider web. We'll see how many we come across today because we haven't been walking out here to clear the spider webs off the trail. And usually, like I noticed the other morning when we walked out here and then walking this evening, in the morning and evenings there's a lot more spider webs. So we're just gonna have to deal with those. What's in there, Shadow? Got all this brush. This is a wash. The water runs down into the creek out of this kind of drainage spot, which is mosquito habitat. I wanted to pause here because one of my other videos I showed this tall bellflower, but it was like at a distance where that tree is, so we didn't get up close. So let's get up close on this one. Of course, it's getting dark out here, so we can't see a lot of detail, but this is the tall bellflower. And like I mentioned, the bellflower that we saw in the other video was probably over 3 feet tall, and this one is about 3 feet tall. Oh, you hear that? It's deer snorting. Somewhere over there. Anyway, this flower is about 3 feet tall. That other bellflower that we saw in that other video is probably closer to 5 feet tall. What is that, Shadow? Is it a deer? Yeah. They probably smell us. I wish I could see him, but this undergrowth is pretty thick. He's being a good boy. Of course, he wants to go check it out, but he's listening. He's very good about not chasing the deer. He always gets super excited, but he listens very well, which I'm thankful for because we don't have the entire back of our property fenced securely. Once you're outside of that fence, the fencing out here is not super secure. It's just kind of there for a visual barrier more than actually containing animals. So we've got the cows back in this pasture right now, and all of that fencing is secure. But out here, it's not so much. It is very humid out here today. We had rain this morning, and check this out. Lightning bug. Oh no, I squished his wing. Oh, no. I didn't mean to. Oh, he's good. All right. We didn't destroy the lightning bug because that would be sad. Anyway, it was raining this morning on and off. We were actually out of power for almost probably 2 hours or so. I don't know. It came on after an hour and a half, but it had been on and off earlier. So I'm not sure how long overall it was out. But it came on thankfully, and also thankfully today was not as warm as the last couple of days, which is good because when the power is out and it's the middle of summer, it's like not the best thing. We're going to check out the blackberries, see if there's anything left on them. I really hope you can see the lightning bugs in at least one of these videos that I'm taking today because they're just like sparkling tonight. Well, hopefully, at least in one of these videos, you can see the lightning bugs flashing, and they just look like there's sparkling little twinkle lights out here tonight. It is beautiful. And we're almost to the blackberries, so let's check those out. All right, it looks like the blackberries are totally stripped. So I'm guessing the animals ate whatever else was left here. I don't even see red ones, so they are completely eaten over. There's nothing on this one either. We'll walk back in through some of the trails to some of those other bushes that I noticed had berries, but I'm kind of guessing they're going to be all eaten. You know what's crazy though, is that it is already July 17th. It's already halfway through July. Like, I don't even know where the week went between the 4th of July and the holiday weekend to today. Like, I don't know where that week in between there went. It's just, it just disappeared. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say about that, but I was just kind of thinking about that today. I was like, it's already halfway through July. How did we get here? I don't know, but whenever something like this, where I had to have that realization happen, where it's like, whoa, it's already been 2 weeks or whatever, it's already halfway through July, and it just is kind of a good reminder to like pause and be like, okay, I need to appreciate every moment that I have and make sure that I am doing my best to live my fullest in the moment and appreciate every day, be thankful for every day, and live each day to our best ability and to glorify God, to love others well, because time goes by so fast, especially when you start getting really busy. Summer can be super busy for many people. Life just doesn't slow down if you don't make time for it to slow down. So it's just kind of a good reminder sometimes when you catch that, like, oh man, the time has gone by so fast. Take those moments where you kind of get stuck for a minute and you're like, whoa, where'd the time go? And maybe intentionally find some ways to slow life down for a little bit and just enjoy every moment. All right, the camera quality is just gonna go down because we're walking in to the woods here, but we're gonna try to go find some blackberries and maybe some more lightning bugs. There's Shadow. There were some cicadas just singing, but they just quieted down. So we've just got some crickets out here and it's pretty quiet. Even the birds have stopped singing for a little bit. Very quiet, very peaceful. And if it weren't for the mosquitoes buzzing me every once in a while and for the humidity, I would say it's a perfect night. But we're going to be thankful for this evening and for the opportunity to get out to walk because it feels so nice to be outside and the sun not blazing down on our heads. And thankful that I have legs to walk. I have land and trails to walk on. So we're going to be thankful even when we have those little things like mosquitoes and warm weather. We're still going to be thankful for when we can get outside and take every chance to do so. Here's that sweet Joe Pye weed, guys. It's starting to open up. And you can kind of see fuzzy looking little flowers when they open up. I think we're gonna walk over this way and head by the pond. I hear a few birds starting to sing again, but we're gonna walk back up here into the light next to the pond. It is amazing how much darker it is when you're walking in the woods compared to being out here in the open. Kind of got some pink in the clouds up there. Here we are at the pond, and I think we're going to sit here for a little bit. We're going to sit here at the pond for a little bit, and I think I'm going to sign off the video so we can just sit here and then enjoy our walk back in, listening to the sounds of the woods in the evening at night. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you've had a great day, and I hope you make it a great day. I'll see you next time.